What's going on, Lock Talk family? It's your boy Jason. I'm back, man. Day 4, and we've been absolutely murdering it. Every single day I've come out, I've given out absolute gems from Monday to Wednesday. Yesterday, another clean sweep for the YouTube. And in premium, we went again. Another three-peat sweep, 3-0. I mean, I can go over it. Let's see. What did we have yesterday? It was a blowout winning day, man. All the props from yesterday, I put some of the tickets that some people sent me from their underdog accounts, their sleeper accounts. But yesterday, we absolutely killed it. We had, pull it up real quick. We had the Tigers' first 5 run line plus the half run. They was tied 1-1. We had the Blue Jays money line minus 105. That was a blowout winner. And then the last one, plus money, player prop play. I gave it out also on my live on Instagram. Nathan Eovaldi of the Rangers over 18.5 outs plus 120. So let's keep it going, guys. If you guys want me to keep on coming up here and dropping these gems, just leave a comment, subscribe, show some support. A lot of you that are watching are ghost watchers, so stop being a ghost watcher, show your boy some love, and subscribe to the channel. My goal is to get to 1,000 subs at least, and once I do, I'm going to do a big giveaway. And nonetheless, for my thanks to you guys for coming out here and always showing love and support. Come on my site, get a daily plan. I'm gonna put a special code down below for an insane discount. The last week, I'm only gonna do it this week just because it's my return back to YouTube, and I want you guys to tap in with me at an insanely cheap price. So only a reward for you guys that are watching the YouTube and watching the clips and everything. Just go on the pinned comment or the description, use that code right here on the daily plan. Just hit subscribe. And I'm going to show you right here. All you got to do is apply that promo code that I put in that pinned description right here. And then you'll get a discount and everything. It's super easy. But forget that, man. Let's go straight into the plays, man. And let me pull up my phone so that I can see what plays I want to get about. Today's an early slate, so I apologize not being on super early. But there's not much I can do, guys. I apologize. So let's get to it. All right, so the first play I want to talk about is, let's see, let me pull up. I want to go with, all right, let's do it. We're gonna go with my man right here. Let's see, where is he at? I'm gonna go with, where is he? Chris Bassett. All right. Well, Chris Bassett. Actually, hold on. Let me talk about this guy real quick. Actually, nah. I'll say this. Chris Sale, this guy has been cursed. He has not been able to pitch over the past 2 games. So, I mean, if you've been trying to tell from my first video, I think on Monday, unfortunately, you guys have been unable to bet on him because every single game has been delayed. Now he's going to pitch against the Mets, which, you know, he still has really good stats, but it's not as good of a matchup against the Reds. So, I mean, I told everyone yesterday just avoid betting on Chris Sale because it was a doubleheader, but you know what? It is what it is. But all right, guys. First play I want to look at is my man Chris Bassett over 5.5 Ks. And the reason why I like the 5.5 Ks is my man's been red hot, man. 70% in the last 10 games, and we filter out from his home and away splits. Not much better over the season, but at least in the last 5 home games, which is basically around when the All-Star break happened, he's been doing much better against good teams too, against Detroit, Houston, one of the toughest teams this season to strike out, the Yankees, Boston, and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's actually been an easy team, so can't give him too much credit there, but nonetheless, he's done fairly well, and he has, in my opinion, a pretty favorable matchup. He's going against Tampa Bay, who's ranked 24th in Ks in the last 30 games. If I look, let's see, over this past month or past few weeks, let's see, Tampa Bay Rays struck out a 25% clip, so above strikeout rate. Chris Bassett himself is, you know, kind of league average on the strikeouts himself, but in terms of his pitch mix, throws a sinker. There's some guys that do strike out a decent amount. Jackson, Rover, Made, Yanner, Diaz, okay, DeLuca, Low. So I mean, there are some guys right here that he can definitely use that sinker. And his other favorite pitch is the cutter. And the cutter you can see right here, Brandon Lowe, Caballero. So he has a pitch mix that can definitely give these guys some problems. He also pitches pretty deep into games, he goes even from 6, 5, even 7 innings. On average, he's pitching 6 innings, so we'll have 18 tries to get 6 strikeouts, and I think he could do it, man. I think he has a good matchup, and the Rays again, top 10 at least on the chart I have, number 7th ranked in the past 2 weeks. In terms of striker rate against right-handed pitchers. So they've been striking out a pretty heavy clip. They're in the same category as Miami, surprisingly Houston, and also the White Sox, who've been absolutely terrible. Do I think he's going to get – are there some other spots that maybe we can attack? Can you do his outs? I don't even know where the line is for his outs. Let's see. His outs line is 17.5. And like I said, he can go 6 innings. If he's striking dudes out, not getting ran on, pause, but he definitely can do it. I think outs is not a bad look either. Let's see where the lines are at. Oh, but it's really high. Look, this line's not right. You gotta be careful, guys. If you guys look at BetMGM, man, -210, we're not touching that. Let's see, the only other one is maybe earned runs allowed, but I'm not sure. He could definitely get some earned runs. He's given up a few runs in all his recent games, so I'll probably stay away from that. I'll probably look at the over 5.5 Ks, even though he got ran. He got 5 runs from Detroit and a bunch of runs from San Fran. He's still been able to get the strikeout. So I like this spot for him. Give me my boy Chris Bassitt over 5.5 Ks. All right. Let's go through another one. Let me just pull up my phone right here just so you guys know I'm just not messing around with you guys. Let's see. I also like this one, but I might have to keep this. Actually, I'm going to go on the other side, man. I do think this game, I'll say this. Thursday in general is a pretty tough day, in my opinion. It's early slate. You know, there's a bunch of kind of getaway games, 8 games only, so not a lot to choose from. So I'm personally going super light with premium, but you know, for you guys, I want to give you guys some spots you guys can look at. Obviously, whatever you pick for your lineup. So if you're betting, proceed with caution, man. I'm gonna say today's not the easiest day. We've had a great stretch of the past 3 days. We're at 21-3 in our last 24 plays I've given out to premium. So let me see. Let's talk about one. I like on the other side right here, my man, Taj Bradley. So let me pull him up real quick, and then I'm just going to pick on the random ones just so I can pull up his chart. But I do like Taj Bradley today as well for some spots. I do think his Ks are not the worst, but you know, Toronto, they kind of been striking out at a decent clip, a little bit above average, which has been pretty surprising because they've been a pretty tough team to strike out, at least this season so far. But let me see if I take a look at Toronto this month. 21%, so it's not the best, even though Taj Bradley has been absolutely murdering dudes, man. 5Ks, 8Ks, 5Ks. I mean, he's been a strikeout machine, and if you look at his percentile of his strikeouts, he's been in the upper echelon, man. 93% percentile. I mean, that's insane. But, you know, Toronto on the season, tough team, top 6 and one of the hardest teams to strike out, 14 in the last 30, so they've been kind of regressing on this. But you know, the thing is, you look at his pitch mix, I mean, there are guys, I mean, that he's going to have a tough time striking out, especially dudes like Kirk, Clement, Guerrero. Kerma, maybe he can strike out. This guy supposedly is going to be retiring at the end of the year, so that's kind of sad. I like Kerma. He's gotten the job done a few times. But the splitter is where maybe he can have some success. These guys have not seen the splitter too much. But I don't know. I don't really love the strikeouts as much than this one, his outs. Because I do think if he's striking dudes out, he will get a bunch of outs. He'll probably be able to keep the pitch count a little bit low. And he's been rolling through it, man. He's had 21, 18. And this place supposedly plus money. I don't think it's too bad. I think he can get through 6 innings. We've seen him do it. And in terms of the pitch count, he's thrown 99, 97, even over 100 pitches. So even if he gets into a little bit of a jam, I do think he will be able to, you know, given a big leash against this Toronto team. With that being said, again, his pitch mix, I mean, there are guys that can obviously give him a tough time. Guerrero, I think Jansen as well. Let's see who else. Horwitz has had a decent time against the fastball, which is his most thrown pitch. But you know, among the 2 outs and strikeouts, I do think if he's striking guys out, and it's not always the case, I do think he will be able to pitch decently long into the game. Like, and let's take a look at it. At least in the last 2 games where he's been striking guys out, he's been going, past 6-7 innings. So is this the most favorable matchup for him? I mean, let's see, Toronto. I'm looking at another screen right now. Toronto's been around league average so far. Forcing some walks, but not striking out too much, which is the reason why I kind of want to stay. This is the reason why I think the line's really low, because the books know he may have a tough time getting strikeouts. He probably maybe can get some soft contact and maybe generate some outs. And I think he could do it, man. In terms of his home and away splits, he's been pitching a little bit better at home, which makes sense. I mean, like Tropicana Field's a little bit of a pitcher-friendly ballpark. I mean, there's no weather to be concerned about because usually Toronto keeps that dome closed. But yeah, man, I like Taj Bradley over his outs on the other side versus his strikeouts. I like Chris Bassett on his strikeouts. But I mean, you guys can obviously play either way. Let me see if there's anything else I want to kind of talk about here. I got one more, guys, but I don't know. I might have to keep it for premium. If you guys do want to tap in today, there are some other props I am looking at, but I want to get some confirmation of the lineups. The games do start very early, so for any updates, anything like that, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you have notifications on, because I will go live, drop free plays here and there on the reels that are different from the YouTube. But hopefully this is helpful if you're looking at this game. This game, I believe, starts at 3 o'clock, so you do have some time from when I post. I probably post this around like 10 a.m. Eastern time. So thanks, guys, again for tapping in. Hopefully all these videos have been helpful. Just show some love, man, and make sure you go to that pinned comment or description down below so you get exactly what I'm giving out to all my premium guys, because they do different from what I give out here on YouTube. Do I use some of these picks? For sure. But, with time comes with more analysis and breakdowns, and sometimes I change my mind. But again, guys, I gave you guys the stats. Hopefully they're helpful. And again, guys, I'll see you on the next one.